of you ever been in love? I haven't. But it sounds so amazing from the many books and movies I've read to understand it. The thing is that no matter how much I try to understand, categorize, or learn about it, there's just no formula to figure it out. And even though your parents might say, oh, don't worry, you'll know when you know. No, you're wrong. You won't always know if you don't understand what it is. Thinking about the fact that I might miss or lose it when I'm older really scares me. So I wanted to know, what is love? First of all, I wanted you all to know the difference between love for a family member and for a partner. Well, according to my parents, family love is not romantic and lover's love is. But I don't think it's that simple because romance is cuddling and kissing and stuff like that. But not everyone's comfortable with that. Therefore, we can assume differently. Every love is different for every person, thing, animal, or hobby you love. So there's, as I said before, no point in trying to categorize it. The only thing you need to know right now is that love is a positive emotion, or a feeling of affection. But I'm sure everyone already knew that. Since we know we can't categorize love on the psychological side, let's take a look on the science side. Emotions come from specialized neuronal population in the cerebral cortex of your brain, which means that they come from connections made from neurons in the outermost layer of your brain, or the wrinkly part. Hormones, however, can affect your emotions. Some examples of hormones affecting your emotions related to love would be ones such as lust, attraction, and attachment. The thing is that we didn't just get these hormones for no reason. We got them so that our bodies would feel a reason to reproduce. I mean, to be honest, if we didn't have these hormones that make love so interesting, would anyone really want to have kids? Probably no. So now that we know we can't categorize love, oh, sorry, I said that already. So let's take a look at some of those hormones and see what they do. If you started seeing changes in yourself, like you started wearing makeup or downloading dating apps or changing your style, then testosterone is the hormone guilty for those changes. If you have a crush on someone, then norepinephrine is released into your body to make you feel giddy, energetic, or euphoric on the inside. They're the ones that send you on a roller coaster of butterflies. Norepinephrine isn't the only cause for these bugs filling your stomach, though. Dopamine sends your brain good job signals. That's why it's sometimes called the reward hormone. Meaning that if you see someone or if you do something and you feel happy about that, dopamine is playing a role in that. Coming in to steady your feet, serotonin makes you feel calmer, happier, and more emotionally stable. Making sure you stay on one road with one person is one of vasopressin's many jobs in your body. And keeping that road interesting, oxytocin gives it beautiful landscapes, winding roads, and bumps. That's because it reminds you why you love the people you love, reinforces positive emotions, can create sexual arousal, works in recognition, trust, romantic attachment, and parent-infant bonding. Estrogen raises sexual desire, openness, and seductiveness. All of these hormones that I'm telling you about, though, have way more functions than what I'm telling you, since I'm just telling you about the parts that relate to love. Hormones can also have negative effects, though. Like, for example, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, and sometimes way too many sweets are all examples where the same parts of your brain light up as the ones by dopamine. Another case where too many hormones can negatively affect you is how one side of oxytocin makes you love the people you love more, which also means that the people who you don't love seem worse in comparison. It can also make you act wildly and reckless, though. Overall, love makes you numb. Or biologically phrased, hormones make you numb when you're in love. Like in those fantasy books or movies where someone will go beyond their limits to go and save their friends and family, or do something extraordinary to help them achieve their goal. Would you do that if you were not in love? Barging into a situation with absolutely no pun at all. It's hard to believe something if you haven't seen or heard of love being in a situation like in a movie or a book. Don't be fooled, though. This doesn't mean that true love doesn't exist, because it does. For example, the true love story of Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. They met in 2003 and were going to get married, but had to stop it right before because of paparazzi pressure. 20 whole years later, after getting married to different people and having kids with them and whatnot, they finally got together and got married. Doesn't that sound like such a true love-worthy love story? Imagine being so in love, you'd be able to wait 20 whole years for it. To forge true love, you need to work and work together with someone's life goals, personality, flaws, and beliefs. That takes time, patience, and a little luck and love to form. 2 generations sure do take time. Hormones work to shut down all critical thinking, self-awareness, and rational behavior. So if you think you might be in love, or if you think your friends might, but you guys aren't sure, you can look for these provisions to definitely check it. It's much easier to see if you have love hormones than to just know when you know. And when you do know, don't give it up, because love is awesome.